Hey there, welcome back to my channel. It has been a young minute. I'm so happy to be back. I hope you are happy to be here. The English almost ran away thing. Okay. Hope you're happy to be here as well. Please, before we go any further, please do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video. Alsjeblieft, toch, please. Thank you very much. Now we shall proceed. So today's video, it's a mixture of day and night glam. You know that one look you can rock to the office, but immediately when your homegirls call, your homeboys call, and they're like, listen, honey, we going out, we're gonna go to get lit, and you don't have time to do your makeup. This is the face that you can transition from day to night with. Stay tuned to see how I achieve this look. Mwah. Bye! So let's just jump straight into it. I'm going to start by priming my face with the Revlon Photo Radiant Rose Glow Hydrating and Illuminating Primer. But yeah, I'm just going to start by applying all this all over my face. But no, I don't think. Oops, that's a bit too much. And just massaging this into my skin. And yes, my nails are not done because I'm taking a break from nails. My natural nails need to heal and recover. So usually when I do my nails, I'm that type of person that will soak today and I will put on a new set immediately. I don't even give my nails a chance to breathe. So this time around, I could tell that my nails were actually suffering a lot. And yeah, something had to happen. And that thing had to be me taking a break for a while. But I'll probably be back next week into the nail gang. Now my face feels very nice and tacky, smooth, has a glow to it. I do wish it had a little bit more shimmer in it though, then it would have been perfect. But yeah, I love how it feels on my face. And now I'm gonna go and use my all-time favorite foundation, the Urban Decay All Nighter in the shade number 7.0. And I'm just gonna pump just a little bit on the back of my hand and use the Real Techniques Face Expert brush to apply this all over my face. So because this is such a full coverage foundation, you have to kind of spread it around before you can actually add more, and then you'll just add to the places that you need more. And it oxidizes, so it might look a tad bit light right now, but after a few minutes it starts blending and looking exactly like my skin. So it's a bit chilly today, and I was thinking of doing just like a very nice dramatically warm look. I don't know if anything like that exists. You can use a beauty blender, but I found that's the Urban Decay for me. It's better for me to first spread it all over my face with a foundation brush and then kind of blend everything in seamlessly with a beauty blender. That's what works for me, but if you prefer to go straight in with a beauty blender or beauty sponge, that's okay sis. So I actually sell these black sponges, so if you want a black beauty sponge, do holla at a girl. See how it's starting to actually blend in nicely with my skin. I have some foundation left at the back of my hand and I'm not going to use it. I'm literally just going to leave it there. I'm just adding a bit more product around my nose. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. This has become one of my favorite concealers. It's by L'Oreal Paris. It's called the Infallible More Than Concealer in the shade Toffee Caramel. So yeah, this is like my fave. This is my fave. I swear. And here's what I do. What I do when it comes to concealer is I blend the part that has the least amount of concealer first, which is my chin. I don't want too much product on my chin and my forehead. So I just start blending out on my chin area. And just leaving it like that. You will see why I leave it like that afterwards. Again. And then I take the back side that I was blending my foundation with, and I just kind of tap all of this in. You know, not moving around the product, just making sure the foundation and the concealer kind of seamlessly blend together. See how it looks so nice. You can still see that there's concealer there, but it's not like all scary, you know, like, oh, she got concealer there. No. And when it comes to the concealer under my eyes, I always make sure to start blending from the outer parts of my concealer and nicely placing everything just directly under my eyes. So I don't want it to move any further, so I just start with the outer parts of my concealer. And you see how already it's starting to blend nicely with everything else. So now I'm going to use the Yardley Loose Translucent Powder, and I'm just going to set my under eyes. And then I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in the shade. Gently set the rest of my face with this powder, because I am not doing cream contour today. So just setting the rest of my face gently. Under my neck, because I do have foundation there. Beauty Treats face contour palette. It looks like this, and my favorite shades to use. I use this as my bronzing shade, this to bronze up my face, and this as my contour shade. So I'm gonna start by bronzing up my face using a nice fluffy brush. You go into this shade here. And kind of just warm up my skin. And I'm going to use a different brush. This is a contour brush, a bit smaller than the other one, and I'm going to dip it into this shade now, the bit darker shade one. I'm gonna take another different brush. I'm gonna take another brush. I'm gonna use the Maybelline New York Face Studio Blush in the shade. I'm gonna use the Maybelline New York Face Studio Blush in the shade Peach Pop. What I find really cool about this blush is the packaging. So this is how you open it up. You kind of just slide it open like that, and then voila, Maybelline's your uncle. I'm gonna use some of this, and I'm just gonna warm up my cheeks a bit. So now that I've done that, I'm going to use a different brush. I'll use a different brush, a smaller fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to go into the shade that I used as my bronzer, this one, and I'm going to use this shade to contour my nose. Just after contouring my nose, I take a bit of the translucent powder and I just place it on the tip of my nose, just to get my nose really snatched up. Like that. And then I just play it like that. And you know, I'm using my favorite brush of all time, the Connie Transform brush. It has a spoolie on this end and an angled brush on the other end. So today I'm going to try something different because I know we all have different preferences, and I'm going to use the Connie Transform palette, and I'm going to use Densuke, the shade right here, and I'm going to use the shade for my brows. I usually use the pomade or gel for my brows, so this is a first for me, but you know, let's try this together. And if it works out, at least we found another way to use one palette for many reasons. And yeah, less products to pack when you're going away. So I'm going to use the powder, I'm placing it on the angled brush, and I'm just slowly going to fill my brows up. I start by outlining my brows. My concealer and foundation, and I'm using a flat concealer brush and just mixing my concealer and my foundation. I'm just gonna clean up my brow. I'm going to use my beauty sponge again, and I'm just going to put some translucent powder right underneath my eyes to catch all the fallout from my eyeshadow. Just pressing it there. Basically, not too much. So I'm going to jump right into it, and we're using the Connie Transform palette yet again. So I'm going to first go in with Mpho, the shade right here. And I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I haven't done this eyeshadow method in a while of using the transition shade at first. So yeah, got right here, mascara, and place this on the outer corner of my eyelid. Right here. See how pigmented that is? Blending it right into my crease, not going any further than my crease though. Yeah, not using any extra shadow. Blending this into a little bit. And to come through. Then I'm gonna go in with the same brush that I used for Mpho, and I'm just gonna soften up mascot with it. Just like that. But now, here's a twist of things. So, I just need a small fluffy brush. Now I'm going to go into Queen Bee. Right here, I'm not sure if you can see, it's like a very beautiful bright orange. And I'm going to use Queen Bee to top off mascot, right above mascot. In between Mpho and mascot, I'm placing Queen Bee. Right in between those shades. Can you see that? Then I'm gonna go back into mascot and just add that to my outer corner again, just so that it pops out a bit more, blending it. And I'm going to take my concealer brush, the one I used to clean my brows, and I'm just going to clean up my eyelid. I'm not using any extra product, as you can see. I'm just using the product that is left on my brush to kind of clean up my lid, because I don't want it to. And then I'm going to go into this beautiful shade right here. I'm not sure if you can see it, right next to Mpho. It's a beautiful shade. You could also use this shade as a highlighter. I'm placing this in the center. Do you see how gorgeous that is? Going back with the brush I used for mascot and just softening out the edges of the shade. Now I'm gonna fill my lashes with the Maybelline and the Colossal mascara, and I'm just gonna coat my lashes. So yeah, that is how I look now. And now I'm just going to jump into my favorite part. I'm going to use this cutie patootie brush today. So I'm using the Connie Transform Every Day Is My Birthday palette. And as usual, I'm going to use my two favorite shades in this palette. And here we go. Then I'm going to take a nice pointed brush and I'm going to place this in the inner corner, right here. Like this. And then Bob is your uncle. And then last but not least, I'm going to set my face with the Maybelline Lasting Fix Spray. This is what it looks like. And here we go. Oh, sorry, it's so hard to stop. The spray is so refreshing. Wow. And then I'm going to go in with my Connie Transform Lippy in the shade Ego. And I'm going to apply this all over my lip. This lip is perfect to wear day and night. So, amazing. And that's what we look like. And this is the final look. This is what it looks like at the end. You can rock this during the day and you can go turn up later on, whichever one you prefer. I hope you really enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. Please don't forget, subscribe, like this video, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get a notification every single time I upload. And don't forget to tell your family about us. Like really, your mama, your daddy, your whole family. Tell them about us. What it do, baby? What it do? You know it's real.